Bueno, vamos a empezar el directo por tercera vez. Se ha vuelto a quedar colgado el juego. Ya había leído que a la gente le pasaba, pero es que hemos hecho 2 directazos de 5 horas y no había pasado absolutamente nada. Y ahora de repente, si se vuelve a colgar, le dan por zaguto al juego. Así que, bueno, tenemos que repetir. Tenemos que buscar un sitio para dormir y tenemos que ir al sitio. Y a ver, bueno, pues nada, tocará repetir. ¿Qué se le va a hacer? Hala, pues venga, vamos a meternos. Vamos a buscar el sitio para dormir, que no me acuerdo dónde era, pero vamos a buscarlo. Nos vamos para atrás. Venga, pues. Vamos a buscar el sitio para dormir, para ver si nos dan las 3 rápidamente. Bueno, entonces lo que vamos a hacer es vamos a mirar el mapa, lo primero. Y a ver si buscamos algo cerca, rápido. Mira aquí. Ese está muy cerca, pero ahí nos perdemos. Yo creo que nos alejamos, porque es de aquí. ¿Dónde es, macho? Bueno, pues vamos a probar. Mira, tenemos aquí un sitio para dormir. Estamos relativamente cerca, derecha. Aquí la zona canina está, ahí. Vamos a sobar ahí y de ahí nos vamos a... Yo creo que es por aquí. Ya había leído que había gente que le da problemas. Pues que llevamos los 2 directos anteriores, no ha habido ningún problema. Y hemos estado un rato ahí jugando. No entiendo por qué ahora se ha puesto todo torrón. Yo creo que por aquí es donde voy a dormir. Ahora tengo mis dudas. Aquí me he colado como siempre. No hay, vale, ahí vamos a dormir. 6 horitas, vamos a adelantar.
It's Jaws. The underwater camera work accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it
que me como ahí la
is that it
farola.
isn't just another panic movie.
Farola, la
A mayor
columna.
who won't close the beach even when there are so many
Vale,
victims.
frenamos.
Chief Zach, we'll finish
Pues
our
no lo
chat
sé.
later. Let's take a walk around here.
Pero venga, vamos a meternos ahí. Vamos a sobar rápidamente 6 horas y nos vamos a la reunión a ver si aguanta y tira. Esto es el cementerio, ¿no? Tiene pinta. Bueno, aquí tenemos la cama. Vamos a dormir. Vamos a ver, 6 horitas. Vale, perfecto. Y ahora tenemos que darnos prisa. Pero vamos, no debería ser mayor problema llegar. Vale, vamos a tener el coche. Y ahora pues vamos a enviar el mapa para hacernos una idea de dónde tenemos que ir. A ver si venimos a ver, hay que ir. Podemos coger esta corta de aquí. Guau, hostia. Son Dios, hay que ir a casa donde Cristo perdió la alpargata. Ah, bueno, puedo ir por el puente recto y a la derecha. Vale, y por el puente es de aquí a la derecha y a la izquierda, creo que es. Ah, sí, vale, bueno, venga, vamos. Salimos de aquí a la derecha, pasamos por el puente ese. Vale, bueno, pues yo creo que ya está.
Zach, picking up from where we left off. Okay, Zach, I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next. And finally, I've made a decision.
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I've put a lot of thought into this.
Vale, alto recto
And I'm sure you'll agree with
y
me.
luego a la derecha y ya llegamos. Llegamos dentro del
1975.
tiempo establecido.
Directed by Steven Spielberg himself, the grandfather of panic movies. Set in a small town in Massachusetts. That movie made me stay away from the beach for years. I was always afraid that a hand might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah? It's Jaws. The underwater camera work accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie. The mayor who won't close the beach even when there are so many victims. Chief Brody putting the citizens' lives above all else. The film gave a lot of time to the dispute and friction between them. It certainly had a lot of messages for a 2-hour film. That's probably another reason why it was such a record-breaking hit. One of my regrets in life is that I didn't see it at the movie theater. I guess I was still just a child back then. But still, I wanted to taste that terror in real time.
That reminds me, Zach. Did you know this one?
Jaws also appears in another movie that was produced by Spielberg, the second Back to the Future. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who later made Forrest Gump.
Joder.
That's also a masterpiece, of course, but we'll discuss that another time. So, the scene where Jaws appears is right after Marty McFly goes 30 years into the future.
Ay, que me cruzo
He
por ver
passes by a movie theater
los
and
diálogos.
is attacked by a holographic shark. Marty is shocked, of course, but looking closer, he sees the words, Jaws Part 19. The director is credited as Steven Spielberg Jr. In reality, there were actually only 4 Jaws movies, but it was still a great joke. 30 years from 1985 would be 2015. We'll be there pretty soon.
I wonder what life would be like by then, Zach.
Qué pasada tú, el colega. La filmografía estandarte. Bueno, a ver qué pasa. Antes se ha quedado aquí. Veremos qué ocurre. Si tenemos suerte y no peta. Hasta aquí todo correcto. Y en cuanto el tío se ha puesto ya a pasear, pues mira, pues parece que por ahora continúa. Crucemos los dedos y espero que podamos seguir un poco más.
Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too.
Bueno, parece que funciona. A ver cuánto tiempo. Ahí está la super canción. Mira qué bien se me ve ahí con el traje de flores. Yo si es que resalto en el escenario.
On stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. That was a tough role. That was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigations wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice.
Soy un tipo duro, aunque parezca mentira que lleve estos trajes.
Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please, guide your children away from
Mira,
such
nuestro
places
poli
at
preferido.
all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the Raincoat Killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
Mira, tacones. Carol McLean, propietaria del bar y cantante.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Thomas's sister.
Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Va a decir ahora, bueno. Buenas noches, Julián.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt. When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
¡Hala! Y se queda tan ancho, tú.
Sure knows how to steal thunder. Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Pues bueno, toca... Vamos a hablar con el amigo ahí. Mira qué vestidito llevo.
Agent York, your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How could one do such a terrible thing? I'm still in shock.
Thomas, I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
Ya está pensando ahí. De una mente sucia, Tomás.
Okay. If it's gonna help you any.
A ver qué tatuaje nos lleva el colega. ¿No lo vamos a ver?
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that...
Vaya.
Did it tell you anything?
It told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
Se va toda ofendida.
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center. I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s. Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then, your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be. Informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Café, muy bien. Café solo. O sea, solo puedo hablar con estas, no puedo hablar con nadie más.
Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Vamos a un paseo a ver si puedo hablar con la gente. Sin relación con el caso sospechoso. No, no parece que haya nadie. Solo puedo hablar con el sheriff. ¿Y dónde está la tía Tacones que ha venido? Se ha pirado. Pues yo creo que tenemos que hablar solo con este.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Pues no me deja hablar con nadie. Nada, nada. Nada, todos. No hay nadie sospechoso, tío. Vaya que... Qué rápido vamos a acabar la investigación. Sin relación. Bueno, vamos a ir. Visto lo visto. Hala, vámonos a cenar, que tengo hambre. Y tampoco me deja, tío. Otra vez con este. A ver qué dice. Su hermano o algo. Está
I
ofendido.
can't believe you thought I was a suspect, Agent York. I'm still in shock.
Oh, pobrecito. Sigue afligido. Pobre chaval. Hala, vámonos. Tampoco. ¡Ah! Que tampoco. What the fuck. ¿A que me ataca? Sospechoso. ¿Qué coño es este? No sé, no tiene buen color.
Good evening, Agent.
Joder, qué pinta. Brian el insomne. Guarda del cementerio. Joder, normal.
Good
Con esa
evening,
cara.
Mr.
Brian.
Se ha ganado a pulso, el
The
trabajo.
Gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Bryan. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna. Her smile. So warm. Anna. Blonde hair. So bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Pues vamos a ir dando vueltas. ¡Hala, sospechosos que hay! Venga, vamos a hablar con todos, pues. No había nadie y de repente aparecen 20.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Kingdom, empleado del bar de dardos.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Anda, se va ahí.
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65.
Richard Dunn. Este es el dueño. Están los dos juntitos. Mira bien.
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. I mean, murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Vamos a dar una vuelta. A ver qué más nos podemos encontrar por aquí. Bueno, llevamos esto. Anda, que no tenemos que hablar con gente.
Mr. Morgan.
¡Ay, la bolilla!
Quite an impressive public speaker.
Really?
Esta es la de la mesa gigante, ¿no?
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play.
Bueno,
He'd
la
always
típica batalla
pretend to
de
be
abuela.
uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway.
Sí, Little,
Oh,
la
and my
típica
husband
charla.
would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Ala, toma.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
Ya está. ¿Qué lleváis? ¿Las judías?
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Sidney, la errante, mujer de la olla.
Hey, mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay.
Son pocos en el pueblo, pero peculiares, ¿eh?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Hostia. No sé. Mira, está la de la... Rafa. Dedicada, está la de la gasolinera. La que le gusta meterla y sacarla.
Hello again, Agent York. How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you have any information that could help me out?
Information? Sounds difficult and not my kind of conversation. Anyways, you should come by the gas stand again. I'll give you the best service in town.
Zach, perhaps you can tell me. Why did she bother coming here?
Lo que tiene que vender la gasolinera esa. Madre mía. Vamos a seguir hablando. Este es el otro.
Nothing to say to you.
I haven't asked you anything yet, Jack.
Shut it! I might open up if you introduce me to, I don't know, a Ben Franklin or two.
Este que de la pasta.
Oh, what a creature. Guess there's always someone like him in every town.
Ahora vamos a seguir.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to, in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
¿Y este? ¿Te rockabilly?
Hey, York, you were rocking it large up there.
Was I? I haven't been on stage like that since elementary school.
You made me think, man, like, things can't go on like this. We need, like, some action or something. I was pretty psyched up, you know, before you got on stage. I was like, dude, a real psycho in town. Pretty sweet gig. But now, I mean, dude, that lunatic could be any one of us, man. I don't want to think of that whack job coming after my family. Makes me shudder all over, man. It was way too heavy. You'll catch him, right, FBI?
Of course. But you need to be able to take care of those you love, too.
You're right, man. Right on the level. I need to do what's right for my family, man. You lit my soul, man. Thanks, FBI.
Vaya personaje. Está la mujer, ¿no? Esto es lo que está en el supermercado. Hey, hemos empezado la partida 3 veces.
Agent York, your speech frightens some of us a little. You should work on being more sensitive with words when talking to groups.
Really? I tried my best to be gentle. So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Just Becky, really. She works part-time at the store. She's been acting strange recently.
Strange? How?
I took the boys along to visit her house today. I was just worried, you know, because she hasn't come into work at all after that incident. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the 3 of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Bueno, seguimos un poco más. Hola, este que ha acabado con toda la reserva de cocodrilos del estado.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called
Wesley's
Panda
next.
Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith.
Wesley el armero.
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Anda, me vende. Recupera algo de hambre. Bengala, vale.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Bueno, más gente. A ver qué pasa.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Dueño del restaurante. Muy bien.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You're sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
Y está. Tiene pinta de enfermera.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife.
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Bueno, vamos a dar más vueltas. A ver si nos hemos dejado a alguien. Bueno, a ver si hay gente. Si hay más gente aquí. Este. Anda. Este parece de la corporación Umbrella.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
El general, dueño del desguace. Mira que bien.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, nor a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Vaya vista. Venga, pues un par más. Yo creo que con esto acabaremos. Con un poco de suerte. ¿Esta quién es?
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. You must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
Bueno, con esto yo creo que ya acabamos.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Bueno, yo creo que si nos venimos por aquí, entramos por la puerta de abajo, vemos si hay gente. Y ya, pues, a ver si hay alguien más por aquí, por un casual. Mira que tenemos. Dinerito. Vale, estos son los de antes. Bueno, pues ya está. Yo creo que ya podemos hablar con la poli. Para irnos. A ver si es verdad. Pues no. Aún me falta alguien. Esto me recuerda a un juego que tuvimos, claro, con un montón de gente. Antes de poder irnos. Pues... no. Bueno, pues nada. Daremos vueltas buscando gente. Aquí no hay nada, aquí no hay nada. Pero esto ya hemos hablado. Así que, ¿quién me faltará? ¿Quién me falta? ¿Quién me falta? Estos dos están aquí. La de la olla. Ah, ¿esto qué es? Ah, para guardar, puede ser. Bueno, vamos a guardar, no vaya a ser que casque. Joder, mira. No me han contado muchas cosas, ¿cierto? Nada, estos siguen aquí, esto sigue aquí, estos dos siguen aquí. Vaya mosqueo. Vamos a ver si empiezan a hablar los de dentro del teatro, pero que va, yo creo que aquí no habrá nadie. Voy a observar, que va, nada. Este tampoco me dice nada. Y este tampoco. Houston, tenemos un problema. Ah, ya me acuerdo qué juego era. El del barco, el de Night Cry. Estuvimos ahí en una fiesta hablando con 1000 personas y no había forma de avanzar. Pues aquí nos está pasando lo mismo. No se puede hacer nada. Vamos a preguntar más por aquí. Quién sabe qué podemos averiguar. Pero si estoy preguntando a todo Cristo. Y ninguno me deja seguir hablando. A ver. Ah, bueno, estos, mira. Vamos a interrogar, Zach. Preguntas a la base de cualquier investigación. ¡Hombre! Esta es la que faltaba.
Anna was an airhead.
Toma, parvis
What do you mean?
parapéndilo.
Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest, a goddess.
Se ha enfadado.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go
Bueno,
home.
creo que ya está.
Let's go outside.
Sí, ya no hay que hablar con más gente. Por ahora. Todo el mundo se pira. Mira, colega, tú tienes Parkinson ahí, está ahí con el brazo ahí que... Voy a andar estirada de la gasolinera. Bueno, pues ya está. Ya hemos hecho otro capítulo. Ahí hay dinerito, dinerito. Dinerito para la cuenta. Vamos a guardar, por si acaso. Úsalo para la caña para ir a pescar. O sea, tengo que comprar un gusano. Si quiero ir a pescar. Bueno, pues vamos a seguir. A ver qué nos manda, qué nos dice.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report, too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right, then. Let's do that.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner, or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Vamos a cenar, ¿no? Vaya, que nos han invitado. Vamos a hacer migas con la gente del pueblo.
I've been sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe? Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor? Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or...
Parece que el del fondo no va a terminar la cena.
He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum. Then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual.
Qué
The
cena más
question of his
agradable.
mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing. But those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was it.
Se pasa por preguntar.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course. But still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Que se nos derrumba. Que se viene abajo.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Se acabó la cena. Una gran cena haciendo amigos. Entonces tenemos el coche. Mira, qué majo. Ahí podemos mirar, en plan fisgón. Ah. ¿Y dónde está nuestro coche? Nos han traído aquí, nos han dejado sin coche. Porque tenemos un paseo. Ah, está aquí el coche, hombre. Ya me extrañaba. Vamos a coger la carta. Vamos al coche y nos vamos al hotel a ver a la abuelita. Es por aquí con un poco de suerte. ¡Uy, va coche! ¡Uy! ¡Uy, loco! ¡Dominguero!
Zach, we can take a rest if you're tired.
Vaya, por aquí no es... Bueno, por aquí a la izquierda... ¿Hay salida? Oh my god. Y esta valla tiene que ser... Qué majo. Nada, dale las buenas noches. Dile que otro día jugaremos. Que practique, que nos tiene que salvar el culo. Uy, uy. Igual es mejor mirar el mapa, ¿no? Ahora que lo pienso. Vamos a acabar antes. Vamos a ver, ¿dónde tengo que ir? Vale, aquí está el hotel. ¿Dónde está el coche? Aquí, tiro por aquí, tin. Vaya pedazo de vuelta que hay que dar, madre mía. Y ahí está el hotel. Y para llegar antes... Ah, de aquí. ¿Dónde está mi coche? Vale, pues izquierda, derecha, derecha. Pues izquierda, derecha, derecha, derecha. Vale. Así mejor. Asunto policial. ¡Uy, bo! Vaya. Esto es para echar una carrera, que no he hecho una carrera. Derecha hemos quedado. Derecha también. Vale, ahora sí. Mira, se fatiga el coche, súbela. Si vas con la sirena. Y ahora a la derecha también. Vamos a frenar. ¡Uy, bo! ¡Ostras!
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
Y ahora yo creo que la entrada estaba aquí. Nos saltamos la línea continua, la doble línea continua, porque somos policía y lo podemos hacer. Sí, la verdad que hay unos paseos en este juego, eso es cierto. Y encima es que no se puede marcar, ¿eh? Es de los antiguos, no te dicen por dónde hay que ir. Oiga, que me llevo el pivote ahí. Typewriter, una máquina del año de la tos. Joder, una de esas aprendí a escribir a máquina. Lo cual quiere decir que soy muy viejo.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our progress. First, the victim, Anna's death. She was found hanging from a tree in the forest. She was cut open with a knife from her chest down to her stomach. That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off, and I found something inside her mouth. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
La semilla, ¿no?
That's right. We found the same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was raining when Anna was killed, but traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces of evidence at the site of the crime. A total of 4 things. Knee prints in the grass, a wood chip with metal dust, a photo of a man with a tattoo on his back, and one other thing. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Qué jodido, tío, me lo pregunta, ¿eh? Yo creo que era el tacón de hoja roto.
That's right. A broken stiletto heel. Aligning this with the other evidence suggests that 2 people came into contact with Anna's body prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and Miss Stiletto Heel.
There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods. That means we could be dealing with 3 people. 2 or 3 people. In any case, Miss Stiletto Heel may have vital information. We need to find her next. We didn't use forensic methods, but we're still closing in on the criminal. Have I forgotten anything?
Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us that Anna was gripping something when she died. Do you remember that, Zach?
What do you think she was holding on to?
Un objeto redondo, una peluca roja. La peluca roja, ¿no? Tenía mechones, ¿no? ¿Puede ser?
That's wrong, Zach. Come on. Answer again. What do we suspect Anna was holding?
Pues, cuchillo afilado. Un objeto redondo.
That's right. A round object.
Pensaba que tenía pelo.
The marks on her hand suggest a peace mark.
El signo de la paz.
The man in the photo found in the woods had a tattoo of an upside-down peace mark on his back. These 2 could well be related. But we don't know for sure. Next, the townfolk. A few are worthy of special attention.
Un interrogatorio me está haciendo, madre mía.
The singer and bar owner. She's Thomas's sister. Then there's Nick Cormack, the owner of the diner. Both of them seem to be hiding something. There's Diane, the owner of the art gallery, who's out of town. Then we have problematic, old, rich, and eccentric Harry. Both will be tough to crack. Well, we just have to go one by one. I've been thinking. One of the biggest rewards here is the fantastic food. Enjoying food is cultural, and yet it's also a bit uncivilized. It's interesting how good food motivates me to work harder during investigations.
Oh, and on Emily's back, it was strange to me. Hey, don't take that the wrong way, Zach. I wasn't getting all excited or anything.
Qué pedrada tiene, macho.
It did make me feel strange, nostalgic, and sad almost.
It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
Ellie! Lunchtime, Ellie!
I'll eat later.
You'll eat right now, young lady. You need to listen to your mother.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
Le está contando esa historia a la pequeñaja, tío. Terrible.
Then take a nap. Then I'll tell you the rest.
But I want to hear it now.
There's no need to rush things. You must live your life at the pace that is right for you.
Honey! Are you coming?
No me acordaba que le estaba contando la historia. Mira un perrito. ¿Y esta quién es? La de la galería de arte. Curioso. Bueno, pues hemos hecho otro capítulo, otro... Más dinero, más dinero. Episodio 1 superado. ¿Cuántos serán? Logro desbloqueado. Muy bien.
Are you thirsty?
You must be very thirsty.
You only take milk with your coffee?
Coffee with milk, that's all.
Espero que esto luego nos lo explique en algún momento.
Who are you?
My name is Becky.
Becky Ames, amiga de Ana. Muy bien.
What are you doing here?
My name is Becky.
Joder.
Anna's friend?
My name is Becky.
After your throat is quenched, you must do what you must do.
Take a sip of coffee and go.
Huh?
Episodios parte 1. Ah, vale. Bueno, pues yo creo que me imagino que por aquí no habrá que salir. No, pues no, por ahí no hay que salir. Mira por dónde. Una puerta abierta que no nos deja salir. Terrible. Coger objeto, vale. Tenemos típico chupachus de toda la vida. Galleta de chocolate, muy bien. Y ahora, a ver. Está cerrado. Vale, perfecto. Venga, pues esta, que está abierta, coño. Ahora sí. Ah, ahora sí nos deja usarla. Vale. Sí, es un poco paranoia, sí, Gotham. No sé, me imagino que nos lo explicaré en algún momento. No se vayan todavía, aún hay más. ¿Y quién es este baby?
That's me.
Soy yo, ¿no?
That's me when it happened.
Cuando todo pasó. A este le hicieron algo de pequeño.
Zach, this case looks like it's directly related to us. I do
Venga
not
ahí,
know
cigarrito
how
por lo bien
yet,
que lo he hecho.
but I do know I need some coffee.
George said he'd have someone pick us up in the parking lot. Let's get some breakfast with Polly first.
Me cambio de traje, que he dormido con él. Increíble el tío este. Bueno, venga, vámonos. A ver si vemos a la dulce abuelita del hotel y nos hace un café con leche rico, rico mañana.
Did you need something?
No, I was just passing by. I didn't think anybody else was here other than Polly. The door opening like that it surprised me, that's all.
Forrest Kissem, vendedor de árboles. Vendedor de árboles, anda. Mira qué perro más majo.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen. Nice to meet you. I travel a whole lot, you see, selling tree saplings. just the usual salesman doing the usual road trip. Sometimes I feel, I don't know, like a jolly old bumblebee spreading pollen.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I get it. You're the special agent Scarface that everyone's yakking about. Nice to meet you, Francis.
Special Agent Scarface? I'd need a bigger scar to live up to that name. Call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
What? You got it. York.
Is this your first visit here, then?
No, sir. Actually, I've been coming here once or twice a year for, a while now. I don't get much business here, but it sure does make a fine vacation. I mean, it's a gorgeous hotel at a bargain price. It's so relaxing in these parts, too. Oh, I just love all the nature. I feel so relaxed here. Say hi to Willie. Oh, don't worry, he's a good boy. Do you like dogs?
Hey, Willie. How are you doing?
He's pretty smart, too. Oops, before I forget, let me give you this. It's just a sample of what I sell.
Thank you. How
La
kind of
única planta del Resident Evil. Ahí va, ¿dónde se la otra?
So, what brings the old FBI out here? Sounds like more than just a vacation.
A murder, actually. The perpetrator is still out there. Try to stay indoors at night and during the rain. We want to prevent it from happening again, okay?
Oh, it's a darn shame. Places like this used to be the safest in America.
Could I ask you something? Do you know a lot about seeds?
Seeds? Gardening, huh? You don't look like a green thumb, but let me tell you, though. I'm pretty much the only one who can make those saplings sprout. There's a trick to it that can't really be passed on, you know? It's like, the secret of making a good smoked ham, something like that. But you know, once they sprout, you don't need to do much. You can leave it be, and why, it'll turn into a big tree no matter what happens. Kind of like those stocks that politicians buy that just keep growing and growing. Well, you just wait and see. This town is gonna love them. Right. We were just about to go take a morning stroll, so I'll get going. Good luck now with that case.
Thanks. Zach, do you remember what the coffee said? Forrest Kaysen. F.K. This show has just begun.
Bueno, vamos a ver si bajamos. Y... ¡Hey, la abuelilla!
Oh, hi.
Si necesita alguna cosa, estoy en recepción. Vendo artículos a los huéspedes. No tengo mucho, pero a lo mejor necesita alguna cosa. Así que también es dependienta. Pues sí, el café está incluido en el desayuno. No se preocupe, el servicio aquí es como en cualquier hotel bueno. Muy bien, gracias. Pues muy bien, ¿quiere alguna cosa? Hablar.
What's wrong, Polly? You look a little tired.
I'm fine. Well, it's just that I was cleaning up my room, and so many memories came flooding back to me.
Memories?
Oh, my dear, Mr. Morgan, that's not the kind of question you should ask a lady.
¿Qué es esto de pura y qué es? Polly tiene un preciado objeto de recuerdo en alguna parte del hotel. Encuéntralo y dáselo. Recuerda que la memoria se deteriora con el tiempo. Quizás deberías mirar en su habitación. ¿Y cuál es su habitación? Mira, tenemos ahí un hermoso fuego. Lluvia mañana y tarde. Vale. Muy bien. Aquí tenemos un microondas. Un huevo. Mira. Bueno, vamos a ver si encontramos Esto imagino que sea la salida. Vamos a ver si hoy el restaurante vamos a merendar o a desayunar. Mira, aquí hay un café. Me parece que hoy no sale la mesa grande. Deberíamos ir a la habitación de la mujerilla, pero claro, adivina cuál es la habitación de la mujer. A ver. Teléfono, vamos a guardar ya que estamos. No voy a ser que vuelva a cascar. Venga, pues. Se han cobrado $1, creo, por... No, no, se han dado dinero. Esto es para comprar algo. Salida, probablemente. La habitación de la mujerilla, ¿cuál será? ¿Dónde andará? Están en el pasillo de los cuadros y el pasillo de la casa de ciervo. Polly vive en la suite. Hay un tiendecita de café cerca de la recepción. Hay un comedor en el centro con vistas al lago. También se puede salir al patio y cobertizo junto al lago. Y parece que también se puede pescar. En la suite estará arriba, ¿no? Digo yo. Venga, vamos a hacer esa visión secundaria por curiosidad a ver qué pasa. Anda que me he venido arriba y no hay, aquí no está la suite. Pues no, pues aquí no está la suite, mira por dónde. Vamos a ver. No molesten, esta es la mía porque he dejado la planta. A ver que por aquí no molesten. Pues tendrá que ser alguna de estas. Ahí no hay puerta. Pues esta o la que parece diferente, ¿no? A ver dónde nos lleva esto. Anda, pues no tengo ni idea. No, me da que salimos. Mira que nos vamos a la calle. Sí, bueno.
Good morning, Agent Morgan. Did you sleep well?
Morning, George. Dreamland was quite nice.
You do look well rested. Oh, I was up practically all night doing paperwork. Thomas helped me out, so I was able to go home and get some sleep, but not enough.
Diane got back into town late last night. We should give her a visit.
Which means going to the art gallery, correct?
She lives and works in the office there, so it's the only place to find her. The gallery is open from 10 to 1700.
Time for some art appreciation. A cultural activity in such a small countryside town. Amazing, Zach.
Bueno, pues nada, nos vamos. Venga. Si está abierto, a por él. No hay mesa, Rafa, ya lo siento.
The gallery is called Muses Gallery. The Muses were the 9 daughters of the goddess of memory in Greek mythology.
Ah, it's just like Diane to name it that way.
Is she that intelligent a woman?
Oh, maybe. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
Did you see how Emily reacted, Zach? I sense that this Diane is not popular among other women.
¿Cómo será, Rafa? ¿Cómo será?
The gallery is on the north side of town. Take the road along the lake and go north.
La carretera del lago y vaya al norte. Vale, perfecto. Vamos a hacer un... Toma ahí, tirando el freno a mano a lo Carlos Sainz. Bueno, vamos a salir de aquí, pues.
An art gallery in such a small town. Am I prejudiced to think that it doesn't seem to fit?
Greenvale and every small town has every right to enjoy art.
That's right. Small towns tend to be full of highly cultured people. Although I can't say I've ever been to the gallery myself.
George, what about you? Are you into art?
Actually, yes. I like going to the gallery. It's very relaxing there.
Really, George? I never knew that about you for all this time.
Emily, please. I'm just as cultured as everyone else.
Some people just have sides to them that you'd never expect. By the way, about Diane, the owner of the gallery. Is she the type that isn't very appreciated by other women?
Well, what do you mean?
Exactly what it sounds like, Emily. Is she very attractive, especially to the opposite sex?
So you're asking if she's sexy, right?
Well, she does always wear high heels.
And definitely, it's, hard to explain.
But that doesn't make me biased, okay? She just seems to look down on people. She always has. I just don't like people like that.
That must be because sex appeal has no effect on you.
Now that's out of line.
I'm sorry, Emily. I didn't mean to poke fun at you. You just reacted so strongly to Diane's name.
I did not. It's like you're suggesting I'm the total opposite of her. Is that it?
Oh, Emily, that's not what anyone is suggesting. Let's just drop this conversation, okay?
Tenía que echar gasolina. Ahora aquí a la gasolina de la chica caliente. Bueno, me he metido por aquí alegremente y no sé si ya nos hemos pasado. Voy a sacar el mapa, como siempre. Porque la verdad que no... Vengo por aquí, de aquí, aquí y aquí. Vale, perfecto. O sea, primero a la izquierda y la siguiente a la izquierda también. Y ya llegamos, vale. Bien, perfecto. Bueno, mal que virado, pues. Por intermitente. Que luego no me digan que soy un dominguero. Oye, es increíble los petardazos que pega la tormenta, ¿eh? Es brutal. Te ciega durante unos segundos. Esa gasolina, Rafa, esa gasolina hay que ir. Porque nos queda un tercio de depósito, ¿eh? Otra intermitente. Otan, se presentó así, ¿eh? Rafa no está inventándose nada. No, vamos a ver, venga, vamos a meternos de aquí. Ya vale hablar, tanto hablar. Galería Muses.
Looks more like an old mansion than an art gallery.
Diane liked the building so much she turned it into an art gallery.
She left the exterior untouched and had the insides redone.
So she's rich.
She bought this place, didn't she? Does that answer your question?
Indeed it does. Well, George, Emily, I want to talk with Diane alone. Will you wait here for me?
Don't tell me you still don't trust us.
No, that's not.
No soy gracero, ¿no?
But this is very important to me.
Yo creo que
I
no,
always make sure that I meet with the important ones, one-on-one. Otherwise, it's difficult to sense the subtle reactions of the suspect.
Pero vamos, puede ser.
This is just how I do things, and I'd appreciate your understanding.
But go on then. You're not going to listen to us anyway, are you?
You're starting to understand me, George. Well then, Zach, let's go and meet Lady Diane.
Me imagino que ahora vendrán un momento estos de tiroteos de zombies, ¿no? Que no llevamos... ¿Cuánto llevamos? 1 hora y 20 y no hemos pegado ni un tiro. Ni siquiera al aire. Ni una paloma. Aquí tienen que aparecer bichos. Sí o sí.
Hello? Hello? No reply. Let's take a look around then, Zach. Hello, Olivia. Do you like art?
Yes, I do. Well, I mean...
Sí, creo que no me dejas sacar las armas, Gota.
I like trees.
Trees. Okay. Ah, but I see because these are all tree paintings. Do you come here often then?
Well, no. Just sometimes. I'm sorry, I really need to get back to the diner.
Sospechoso.
Zach, she was lying about something. She said trees, not paintings of trees. She doesn't need to come here to see trees. There's tons of trees outside.
Fíjate que ha dejado ahí algo en el suelo. Pues esto no se le ha caído, esto lo tengo que dejar. Árbol al atardecer, hojas rojas, mariposas rojas. Pasar a la oficina, cantidad de árboles rojos, desde sala de exposiciones especiales. O el libro habrá perdido esta nota. ¿Tú entiendes algo? Algo le pasó de pequeño, se ha visto. Algo le pasó a este de pequeño, fijo. ¿Y esto qué? Árboles al atardecer. Un bello cuadro con 6 árboles a la luz del atardecer. Venga, Julián. Buenas noches. Venga, vamos a hacer, a ver. Está arriba o está abajo. Oh, tenemos la llave. ¿Qué ha sido ese ruido? Voy a empezar a aparecer fantasmas, monstruos, alguna cosa. Es todo el brinco que vamos a pegar. Vamos a poner por si acaso aquí la pipa. Vaya. O sea que necesitamos un código.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
Nos van a pegar un sustaco, de verdad. Nada. Tampoco. Salmón ahumado. Mira qué bien, qué rico. Espera que investiguemos un poco la casa. No va. Así va, mira. Mariposas rojas jugueteando. Un árbol grande y mariposas rojas. Casi parece que está ardiendo. ¿Y esto qué decir? Es el 1, 2, 3, 4, el quinto. ¿Tendrá algo que ver esto? Nos han dejado una nota. ¿Esto iba a algún lado? No, no iba a ningún lado. Vale, eso tiene que ser el 5. Vamos a ver la nota esa que nos han dejado. Objeto clave aquí. Esto no es. ¿Dónde están las notas? Nada, esto no. Vale, mapa. Vale. Había 3 cosas. Uno era este mapa, otro era el primero, el de los árboles, y había otra cosa. Que eso tiene que ser los códigos. Este está en el quinto armario. Vamos a volver. Porque hay otra cosa para observar. Coño, ¿dónde era? Ahí no. Aquí. Que no he observado, que es la estatua gigante que había al principio. Esta, no he observado. 5 metros de altura, es muy grande para ser una obra de arte. Ramas puntiagudas, hojas cortantes. Cabe decir que el conservador tiene buen gusto para recibirnos con un entorno tan fino y elegante. ¿Verdad, Zach? Yo creo que el otro era este, el primero. Pero a ver. Un bello cuadro con 6 árboles a la luz del atardecer. El 6. ¿Puede ser? Lo que no sé es la nota que nos ha dejado la colega. ¿Dónde está? Vamos a ir arriba. Hostia, esto del que mapa no se puede hacer más zoom. Vaya. Esta es la que está cerrada. Vale. Esta es donde nos hemos metido. Bien, entonces tengo la llave esta, no se abre esta puerta, nada. El teléfono para guardar. Abro y la de enfrente. Vale, a ver. ¿Y la nota? ¿Dónde está la nota? Estará aquí, objetos, ¿no? No. Árbol al atardecer, hojas rojas y mariposas rojas. Mariposas rojas es el 5, el árbol al atardecer es este, el 6-5 tiene que ser. Árboles al atardecer. 6 árboles, vale. Me falta un cuadro. A ver si hay aquí arriba algo. Un cuadro o algo. No hay nada aquí. No parece. Vale, pues vamos a meternos por otro lado. El 6, el 5, me falta uno. Enfrente, pero no puedo pasar. Vale, aquí. Aquí había. Pues que aquí creo que hay una para usar la llave. Eso es. Usa la llave, tío. No. Vale. Mira, pues vamos a colar por aquí. Veo una puerta con un candado por la ventana. Quizá pueda disparar el candado desde aquí. ¿No? Anda, mira. Vale, vamos a disparar. Bueno, no veo. ¡Oh! Vale, perfecto. Qué rapidez, Gotham, por Dios. Nada. ¿Y esto? La chica del bosque.
Call this a painting?
Un cuadro.
A bit primitive with poor composition. Hardly the work of a master. But strangely, though, it powerfully exudes a soft, warm feeling. On the back it says, Guardian of the Art Gallery, in fresh strokes. So someone added that recently. Guardian of the Art Gallery. Wouldn't that be Diane? And why is this painting here?
Hojas rojas. Hojas rojas. Vamos a ver el mapa. ¿Qué nos queda? Este ya hemos entrado. Este de aquí nos queda. Esta zona. Sí, porque esto es donde hemos venido. Aquí no hay, no parece que haya nada. Vamos a ver esta zona, pues. Recta derecha. Aquí hay un cuadro. Su nota se titula Mariposas rojas jugueteando. Sin embargo, el cuadro no está. Pues es el cuadro que hemos encontrado en... Vale, sí, es el cuadro que ya hemos visto. Que está ahí escondidito o cerrado. Hojas de otoño, un bonito cuadro con 4 árboles, todo su esplendor rojizo. 6, 4, 5, puede ser. Hojas de otoño, era ese el último. A ver qué hay aquí. No puedo irme. Vale, pues nos vamos. Esto es para guardar. Vamos a guardar, no voy a ser que se pete. Aquí no hay nada. Bueno, vamos a dar la vuelta a todo. Vamos a, nos la vamos a jugar. Pipiri, 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 pipiri. No.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
El de las mariposas tiene que ser 6 árboles, 4. Este es el... Tiene que ser este que he fallado. Porque el 5 es porque estaba en el cajón número 5. Pero no, eso no es. Tiene que ser algo del cuadro que no he visto. Habrá dicho el número de mariposas y no he fijado. ¿Dónde estaba? A ver. La entrada, esto. Vale. Ha hecho otro vistazo al cuadro. Las yardas aquí. No, ¿dónde estaba? Aquí. Sí, en el de la mariposa yo creo que falló, porque el otro eran 6 árboles, otro 4 y las mariposas me he dicho que era el 5 porque he sacado del 5º archivador, que eso no tiene que ver. Me imagino que ahora cuando lo vea habrá dicho algo del número de mariposas o algo. Entonces lo que no... ¿Qué? Espero, si no... Pues me quedo con que era el 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. Pero esa no es la acción. A ver si lo vemos. A ver si nos dice un número. Mariposas rojas jugando. Grande y... un árbol grande y mariposas rojas. Casi parece que está ardiendo. Pues como no sea 1, 6, 4, 1. Un árbol grande y mariposas. Pues... Claro, 1. Claro, los dos han sido... En uno había 6 árboles, en otro había 4. 1. En todos se hablan de árboles. 6, 4, 1. Esa es la combinación. Me ha despistado de las mariposas, pero todos son árboles. Además, no lo ha dicho la tía. ¡Bingo! De todas formas, gracias, Gotan, por haber estado ahí. Hala, pues seguimos la investigación.
Like I said, there's no point in you having this. I can put it to far better use. I'm taking it with me, okay?
That's fine by me then, as you wish. The FBI agent, right? Just wait a moment, please. I'll be right with you.
Qué nervios, Rafa, qué nervios.
So there's no way you could have been at the scene of the crime?
That's right. I was drinking at the bar with Nick until early morning. I'm sure if you ask him about it, he'll say the same.
Diana Ames.
Very well. I'll be sure to do that.
De ella.
One other thing. That argument with Carol just now.
She's always like that. She thinks of me as an enemy, always bickering at what I say.
Is there any reason for that?
Perhaps because someone she liked ended up with me in my bed?
That would explain it, yes. If I may be so bold, who was the lucky man?
Oh, I sleep with anyone I wish. Anyone I prefer to sleep with. I guess she had her eye on one of them, but I don't know who it was exactly. I could sleep with you, if you like.
I'm flattered by your offer, but I don't think that would be appropriate. You're exactly the kind of woman a man in my job should never get involved with.
Isn't that a shame, darling?
Sagrano, ¿eh?
I'll be frank. Right now, you are not a suspect. But both Zach and I are certainly feeling shaky about you.
If you want to remain in the clear, just watch yourself from now on.
Oh, you don't know, do you? Artists and art lovers, we love a good thrill.
Thank you for your help. I have nothing further to ask you at the moment. Goodbye.
Bueno, pues ya tenemos otro capítulo más. Más dinerito. Ahora solo falta que lleguemos a la gasolinera.
I had a chat with Diane. She said she was at the bar drinking with Nick at the time of the murder. We need to confirm her story. Let's talk to Nick at the diner.
Very well, Agent Morgan. I have to head back to the department and clear up some paperwork. Go with Emily to the A&G diner.
Okay, then.
I'll show you the way. The diner's open from 9 to 2100.
Just as we suspected, Zach. Diane is the key to this case. I have a feeling she will lead us right to the criminal. That's Kaysen. Looks like the show has just begun, and it has an all-star cast.
El nombre de las semillas. Bueno, vamos a coger el coche. ¿Cuál de los dos? Están los dos con poca... Bueno, mira, me cojo 4x4, que este no lo hemos andado, a ver si hay suerte. Y está lleno el depósito.
Emily, do you know a man named Forrest Kaysen?
Kaysen? Yes, I know him. The sapling salesman, right? He always uses strange comparisons when he talks.
I'd like to know more about him. What does he do when he comes to town?
He's a salesman, so I guess he sells things? Maybe he comes on vacation. We haven't seen many tourists recently, but he comes pretty often.
Is that all?
Well, now that you mention it, he seems quite friendly with the Ingrams, with Isaac and Isaiah. Maybe you should ask them about Kaysen.
Okay, I will.
Mira, tenemos gasolina al completo, mira que bien. Ni tan mal, oye. ¿Cuánto está? A 4 y pico yardas, vale. Bueno, antes de nada vamos a mirar el mapa. Que siempre nos vamos a perder menos. Salgo por la izquierda. Pim. Seguimos. Joder, tú. Menos mal que he cambiado de coche. Son Dios. Menos mal que... ya me perdí. Menos mal que he cambiado de coche. Madre mía. Ya no sé dónde estoy. Bueno, izquierda. Pam. Sigo y luego yo creo que esto para abajo. Vale. Bueno, yo creo que ya. Vamos a ver si hay suerte.
Emily, don't you find it a bit suffocating to be around George so much?
Well, we aren't always together. And anyway, I've gotten used to him.
Impressive. Women are very adaptable.
No, it's not like that, actually. George is hard-headed, sure, but he's also a hard-working man. That's why the townsfolk trust him so much.
The very epitome of the rural sheriff.
That's right. He isn't some hotshot FBI agent. This place isn't like the city. Everyone knows
Rafa.
everyone else.
What about you and Anna? Were you two close?
No, not close, really. I don't seem to have much in common with teenagers nowadays. All they talk about are boys, clothes, and accessories. I don't have much interest in any of those things.
There is a gap between a teenager and being in your 20s.
Everyone's different, that's all. Me and you, too.
Zach, I'm not liking the way this conversation is heading. Let's concentrate on driving instead.
Vamos a seguir y vamos a tomar la otra carretera que es más gorda y yo creo que ya esto para el sur. ¡Va! Juego el 4x4. Como vulca. Yo creo que ahora seguimos esta. Ahí va, hago muy roto porque no corre el coche. Hombre, cuando te lo marca así no está mal. El rato este, pues la gasolinera que no sé dónde está. Bueno, ahora nos marca la gasolinera ahí en el GPS. Pero vamos, al principio no marcaba y... En el anterior directo creo que era. El que anduvimos un poco más perdidos con la gasolinera. Pues es un juego de los de antes. En los que te decían las cosas lo justo y necesario, no como los de ahora que te lo han todo masticado. Entonces estamos mal acostumbrados, porque antes se jugaba mucho a esto. Ahí llegamos ya. Que me lo paso. Ahora. Bien, vale. ¿Ves? No ha sido tan complicado. Ya hemos llegado. Llevamos solo 25. Bueno, vamos a llegar a las 2 horas de directo y más o menos lo dejaremos por ahí.
Wonder what the A and G stand for.
¿Esto lo hemos cenado?
Any ideas, Emily?
¿Será el... ¿Cómo se llaman estos?
I don't know either.
Esos muñecos gigantes. Speed Boy son, ¿no?
Access and games.
Tiene un nombre, ¿no? Especial.
Godzilla. Who knows?
Is it important to know? I mean, why don't you just ask Nick?
Oh, I will. But first, I need to eat. Wonder what's good here.
Welcome, Mr. Agent.
Hi, Olivia. Let me have your special for today. And some fresh coffee.
Our special today is turkey. A turkey and gravy sandwich. Sound good?
Oh, perfect. Emily, you eat something too. It'll be on the FBI.
Okay, then. I'll go all out. I'll have the T-bone steak. I usually can't order it because it's a little too expensive.
Luego con la policía.
Mrs. Olivia Cormack, I am here for Mr. Stewart's lunch. If it is ready, I'd thank you a bunch.
Yes, of course. Just a moment. Here you go. The usual. 1 turkey, strawberry jam, and cereal sandwich.
A esta le mola este.
Sounds like the sinner's sandwich. Self-inflicted punishment to atone for past sins. He's setting an example.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, you should try this wonderful lunch. It's more than a delicious, tasty crunch. So says Mr. Stewart.
No, that's fine. I've just ordered my own lunch.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, I, that is, Mr. Stewart's order is delicious, I should mention. And Mr. Nick Cormack is a genius for creating this perfection. So says Mr. Stewart.
Still, I have a hunch I might not like it. You sure that sandwich is that good?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, making decisions based on intuitions is always a sign of bad FBI agents. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, you're right. I'll give it a try.
No sé, no tiene muy buena pinta, ¿no? Este sándwich.
I can't believe it. This is fantastic. It's really good. Olivia, I'm sorry, but can I change my order? I'll have what Harry is having.
Increíble. Puto juego. En fin.
Nick and Diane. They hardly make the perfect couple, do they? Is it widely known that they go drinking together, just the two of them?
To be honest, I don't pay attention to these things.
Not into local gossip?
Well, when I moved here, I was still in high school, and I kept wearing the same wild clothes from my school in Seattle. I was young back then. And before I knew it, there were rumors all over the school. She'll screw anyone. That's what they said. Totally unfounded, of course. Anyway, after that, I just sort of chose not to really trust gossip.
I get where you're coming from. I used to dress like
Pues yo prefiero el chuletón que se va a
hardcore
zampar la
punk rock
colega,
when I was in high school.
You? A punk rocker?
Nobody took my side, even when I had good grades. People rejected me just because of what I wore.
Pero ahora que la llevas ahora, macho.
Then too.
Even still, I just don't see you as a punk rocker.
And you laugh? Look at you. No makeup on, dressed in uniform, eating a steak for lunch. Okay, back to work. Let's talk to Nick.
Se ha enfadado. Se ha enfadado el poli. Diane dijo estar tomando algo con Nick la noche del asesinato. Me preguntó qué haría Olivia. Bueno, vamos a preguntarle a Olivia, ya que la tenemos aquí. Olivia, ¿podría decirme a qué hace referencia la I y la G del nombre? ¿Qué quiere decir asado con guacamole? Mariano se siente orgulloso de su asado especial con guacamole, así que al montar el restaurante le pusimos ese nombre. El padre de Nick dijo que el nombre debía hacernos sentir orgullosos. Bueno, una duda menos. También me gustaría preguntarle algo sobre Nick. Bueno, si solo es algo, ¿qué quiere saber? Nada importante, un par de cosas sobre él, Diana. ¿Está? ¿Te la ha preguntado? ¿Ha podido hablar con Nick? Ah, bueno, ahora vamos a hablar con Nick, todavía no. ¿Hay algo que no debas saber sobre él? No, nada. Ay, esta le pasa algo. Ay. Le apunto con la pistola, la encañón, a ver. Para que cante.
Hey, I'm working here. You can't just stroll into a chef's kitchen.
Then perhaps you would give me your permission to enter.
No. Get the hell out of here.
Zach, everyone has their own sanctuary. Let's leave him in his.
Te has enfadado, ¿eh? Bueno, sales de fuera. ¿Qué tal? ¿Podría decirme qué hacía anoche que asesinaron a Ana? Estuve en el bar con Diane. ¿Y de qué hablaron, Nick? De Rembrandt y Turner. ¿Algún problema? ¿Tina Turner? No, ninguno. Y piensa que lo hizo Diane, se equivoca. No he dicho eso. Entonces, me busca a mí, pues también se equivoca. Y después hablan del FBI. Tampoco he dicho eso, Nick. Creo que ambos esconden algo. Es fácil saber cuando la gente esconde algo por sus reacciones. Los movimientos corporales, el sudor, los labios secos. Estoy trabajando. Si no va a pedir nada, lárguese. Aquí hay temita. Ah, mira, un cromo. Bueno, dejo un montón. ¿Hay algo? ¿Qué es esto? Café, mira que bien. Otro cromo, mira que bien. No he cogido ninguno y ahora voy a coger todos. A ver si está suelta algo.
There's something I'd like to confirm with you, Olivia, if that's okay.
Yes. Well, so long as it doesn't take too long.
First, what were you and Nick doing on the night of the murder?
I was here in the diner. Nick said he was going to the bar for a couple of drinks.
Does he go to the bar often? Leaving you to hold up the fort?
Yes. He says he enjoys the conversation with Diane. I thought they went drinking again together that night.
Do the three of you ever go drinking together?
Well, you see, I'm really not into art.
And your husband is well versed in the arts then, I take it?
Oh, yes. Looking at art and talking about it is his way of relaxing.
People just aren't what they seem. Like a certain someone who was into punk rock 10 years ago.
You are absolutely right, Emily. But you can be an art lover and a liar at the same time. One more thing, Olivia. You just said that you aren't interested in art.
That's right. And...
So, how come I bumped into you at the art gallery? Didn't seem like Nick brought you there. You were there alone.
Well, I like trees, is the thing. That's why I went there.
Surely you'd be better off in the forest rather than an art gallery then. I think you went to the gallery not to see trees, but to see Diane, right?
Uy, que le hemos pillado.
Or perhaps this isn't the right place to ask.
Meet me in the backyard. You can get there from the parking lot. I'll wait for you there for an hour after we close up.
Llave del jardín trasero. Muy bien.
They close at 2100. Should we get something to drink and wait?
La tía, esta es una zampabollos, ¿eh? La sheriff, no tenemos que comer. O sea que de 9 a 10 vamos a juntarnos con ella. Bueno, a ver si podemos adelantar el tiempo medianamente rápido.
Agent York, what do we do now?
I want to hear what Olivia has to say. Let's kill time until the diner closes.
Okay, then I'm gonna make a trip back to the department. I'll see you in the backyard later.
Okay, sounds good.
See you later then.
Zach, about Olivia. I presume she wants to tell us something about Nick and Diane. Let's hope it's not just something for the gossip columns.
¡Oh! Se ha colgado. Se ha jodido. Venga, a ver si entra ya. Sí, ya ha entrado. Entrará. Bueno, pues se ha colgado. Ha sido un error, pero justo acabamos de guardar antes del interrogatorio a la chica esta Olivia. Así que yo creo que vamos a dejar el directo aquí. Ya llevamos 2 horas de emisión. Así que mejor lo dejamos aquí y a ver si podemos continuar el martes a las 11 de la noche. Pues con esto, donde lo hemos dejado. Habrá que hacer tiempo hasta que den las 9 de la noche, creo, para ver si nos juntamos en la parte de atrás del parking a ver qué nos cuenta de Diana y de Nick. Así que nada, oye, gracias por estar ahí. Espero que me estéis oyendo. Yo creo que sí, yo creo que está ahí. Sí, está así. Muchas gracias de verdad por estar ahí. Seguiremos dándole, si es que nos deja continuar. Así que nada, gracias de verdad. Y nos vemos.